Hey guys, this is Chris with Keller Williams Hoover. I am back and let's talk about real estate. And the thing that we want to talk about today is buying a house in this current market. And the reason that I want to talk about it is because right now we're seeing houses on average down the market for about 27 days. But if the house actually has everything that you're looking for, if the pictures are pretty online, you see it checks out all your boxes, we're showing that these houses are actually leaving the market within 2 to 3 days. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the list. Now, the first thing on my list is let's focus on location, location, location. Because it is the one thing, no matter what you can do with a house, that cannot change is the location. So things that you want to be considerate of is, of course, is going to be if you're commuting back and forth to work, you want to think about your distance from the new home to your job. Of course, if you have kids, you definitely want to think of the school district. You want to look up those ratings and see what they are, make sure they're suitable for you and your family. Also, friends and family. A lot of people don't think about that, but if you're a person that like to entertain or like to visit, you definitely want to think about the relation to your new house and your friends and family. Some quick things that you can definitely do to make sure that you're ready. Get out, get in a car, drive around these neighborhoods, make sure that because not just you looking at the picture, but you also want to actually look at the neighborhood that you're going to be living in, because you're not just buying a house, you're actually buying into a neighborhood. So you want to make sure this is a neighborhood that you really want to stay in. So definitely make sure that you focus on the location. Point number 2 that I want to go to is once you have been approved by your lender, you want to only go and see houses that you know for a fact you want to, you will actually put an offer in on it. With this current market, it's really not the climate to just window shop and look at houses that, maybe if I slap some paint on it, maybe if, I switch a little bit. I mean, if I have to settle, I can go with it. No, this is the time to where we say, hey, let's really look at this list. Let's really be intentional about it. And let's say, hey, okay, well, I see house number 1 checks out everything for me. Or let's say it meets 8 of the 10 things that I really, really want to have. Or in house number 2, same thing. It maybe checks out 9 of the 10 things I want to have. Now, if you get to house number 3, and that thing only has like maybe 3 things on there, but the pictures look really good, that's not the house you want to go and see. Let's go ahead and scratch it off the list. I'm recommending right now to all of my clients, let's say, hey, let's go and look at 2 to 3 houses, and those have to be very strong houses that you're ready to offer on. Now, with that being said, that brings me down to point number 3. Now, point number 3, this is going to be where I really want you to focus in on your budget. Not just the overall cost of the house, but your personal budget and how much you're willing to spend monthly for the house. So once you add in your principal and your taxes, your insurance, all of those things, are you still wanting to afford this amount of house? If not, hey, let's take that range off the list. We don't need to look at them. We only need to focus on the amount of house that you're really willing to buy. And with that being said, since we're talking about money, let's move down to point number 4. Now, with number 4, this is where we're talking about monies to have for the transaction itself. Now, in most cases, there are a ton of different loan programs out there. You have USDA that will actually finance up to, will finance 100% of the loan. You have VA loans that will actually finance 100% of the loans. And also you have some programs that will actually go ahead and finance 100% of the loans. However, that's not the case in all cases, because you have FHA loans that will require 3.5% down minimum. So whatever those down payments that you have talked about with the lender, you definitely want to have those monies available. Also, other monies that you definitely want to make sure that you have available for this transaction is you want to put aside at least $1,000 for earnest money. Have that in the bank and ready to go as soon as you place the offer, because once that offer is accepted, we got 3 days before that we need to turn that money in to make sure your offer still stands and is valid. So have that money ready. Also, inspections. When you buy a resale, you don't know what the previous owners did or didn't do, so you want to have your own personal inspection. It's not required, but I definitely recommend it, and that can cost you $300 to $350. Also, keep in mind, just still stack a little bit of money outside of that, because the general inspector might request that you have specialists come out, and we can talk about that later. But ultimately, have those funds available, and also closing costs. That's another big ticket. Make sure you have at least 3% of the overall price of the house in the bank. Now, I will always negotiate for that closing cost, but like I tell everybody, it's not a guarantee. So still have that 3% in the bank, and hey, if the sellers pay it all, hey, that's good. That's some extra money you can walk into your new house with. But still, you want to have that money on standby and be ready just in case, especially if you find your dream home. You don't want something like closing costs to keep you away from it. Now, with that being said, let's get down to the last and final point, and that is point number 5. Point number 5 is be ready to make your offer. Like I said, if that house checked out 9 or 8 out of 10 things on your list, if the house is in a perfect location, if the house is the perfect price, you saw the pictures online and those were perfect too, you went into the house and you were blown away and you was breathless, you was walking in and you was like, open concept all over the place, amazing backyard. If that house is everything to you, guess what? With the shortages that we have in houses, there are 5 other people with the same thought running in their mind. So the quicker you can actually put your offer in, increases your chances of actually winning on that bid. And Chris don't lose no bids. So hey, so let's go ahead and make sure when you're ready to actually see these houses, you're ready to go ahead and pull the trigger and place an offer. So that concludes my list here. If you guys have any comments, any questions, any concerns, definitely feel free to reach out to me. You can always give me a call or send me a text at 205-585-8001. Feel free to leave comments down below. If you have any videos you would like me to make or any questions you would like me to address, please let me know. I'd be happy to do so. Thanks for taking the time to watch my video, and everybody be blessed. Have a safe day. Bye.